What up, guys and girls? Another brand new video coming at you today. Yes, we are back again for another round of AOR Oceania F1, the season number 3. We're here for round number 18 here at the United States Grand Prix. You probably would have seen to start with that there is no track map. For some unknown reason, it wasn't made in time, so yeah, apologies for that one. You won't be able to tell who won the race from the previous seasons. Anyway, but off to a great start across the pit lane exit. It's a quick reminder of the championship. It's all getting close here with a 3-point gap between Greek and Ryan. We're just knocking on the door in the top 10. 82 points between Williams and Ferrari, and HAAS is somewhere down 6th, 7th. I think we are in the Constructors' Championship anyway. But yeah, obviously back at it again. Things are getting off to a decent start here because some unknown reason, fans obviously sent it up the inside there, and some unknown reason it's sort of a bit of a battle here for obviously having a race already out of the pit lane and it's already qualifying. So I didn't quite understand that one. So anyway, I obviously backed out of that one and just let him go, have free space there. So anyway, oh yeah, I should also clarify as well. You may remember from the last round in Japan, and if you haven't seen what occurred in the last race, and I do urge you to go check that out because I'm going to be giving spoilers away anyway. So and also go check out the rest of the whole season to this one day anyway, as we actually invalidated the lap time there on the first run of the ultra soft tyres. So not the greatest of starts. So but pretty much I sort of, you could say, sort of backed out of this one. I actually told my teammate Laggy to get a bit of slipstream off me for his quality lap. So there you go. I gave him a little bit of slipstream there and obviously let him go. So basically, I took Greek obviously to the stewards last time out for what occurred at Japan, which I thought he obviously took me out, but in the end it was deemed a bit of a desync incident. And yeah, like I said, I was probably expecting that, to be honest, but yeah, sort of a little bit gutted. I thought they might have given Greek a bit of a penalty, but anyway, it is what it is. We'll get on with it. We'll move on and we'll focus on this race especially. So yeah, you see here, obviously it's early on in qualifying at the moment, so yeah, nothing really too much exciting at the moment. We're not going to have any weird pit lane, any weird guys coming down the pit lane exit, especially my teammate, who, if you saw what happened in the SRL race, you would know exactly what the hell what happened there. So anyway, second run here, going to go out on the super soft tyres. This was just sort of a bit of a precaution. Should something happen on I was going to leave the final run for another set of ultra soft tyres, but obviously that corner at turn 12 was still I was still really struggling with it big time there. So yeah, sort of backed out of it a little bit there, and when again, obviously, you can get away with having about 2 runs here on super soft tyres. We get up into peak 6 there with a 1:34.873, not the quickest lap time, but anyway. But this was mainly a bit of a precaution, just in case I stuff up my final run on the ultra soft tyres. I was going to qualify on ultra soft tyres, but obviously this is the backup plan should something major happen on the ultra soft run here. But you see on the second run here, a little bit better through turn 12, but it could have been a lot more cleaner anyway. But improving the lap time here, obviously that delta time will quickly improve quite a bit there. So here we are, we're coming across about to come to the final corner. We are through P7, but I was on track actually, I think, to actually go provisional pole with that lap time. But unfortunately, I just ran a little bit too wide coming around the final corner, and that was pretty much that lap time well, it was not going to be valid anyway. So yeah, I mean, it was pretty gutted about that one, but anyway.
We're expecting rain in around 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think that's really going to affect the quality sessions because there's only about 5 minutes left of this quality session. But it was a 32.039, but it was like nearly 2.8 seconds quicker at the moment. You can see there at the moment, Greek's leading the way at the current stage, with New Zealand Ryan right behind him. So this championship, I think, is definitely going to go right down to the wire here, with only this round and obviously Mexico, Brazil, and Abu Dhabi still left. So it literally could go down to the finale at this rate, because obviously this has been the first season, I think, proper that Ryan has definitely been challenged for this championship. So it'll be interesting as well. But obviously our main goal is to try and, obviously the main goal for the start of the season was to try and get into the top 10. And at this rate, we probably will get into the top 10. As obviously Drop Bear, I don't think he's missed this race as well. Anyway, we're going to stick aboard here for my fastest lap during qualifying. We're just coming through the S section through here, and we actually go purple actually through sector 1. I was a bit bloody lucky I didn't get my lap time invalidated through turn 7 there, and just sort of taking it cautiously, not running too wide to make sure that the lap time didn't get invalidated. Now the tricky corner here at turn 11, probably one of the slowest corners through there, but you saw there sector 1, we're about 4.5 tenths up on the current lap time here, but of course I think it's mainly the final sector where we'll gain a bit more time anyway. But now coming through turn 12, a little bit better, locked up the left front there as you saw, so that was probably a bit decent compared to the previous couple of times, but we are still going purple again, 1.5 seconds quicker this time around. Just missed the apex through turn 16 there. You want to try and grab the apex and try and keep it as nice and tight through this long flowing right-hander here through 17 and 18. Now 19 obviously is where you can get caught out if you run too right, as Ryan now is on provisional pole for the time being, but can we maybe try and join him on the front row, come across the line? We do go onto the front row of the grid in P2, but of course Greek sets a phenomenal lap time, to be honest, and goes provisional pole, and I think once we go through after the rankings, after all of this, you'll be able to see, yes, he does stay on pole position for this race. So with a 1 minute 30.829, so a great result for him. And it's an all-championship front row with New Zealand Ryan alongside. So we qualify in P3 alongside DRC Jared, Gamble, Warden, my teammate Lag in 7th. Then you got Master Berserk, Fens, Neon, Prez and HO. Those bottom 3 didn't set lap time. So that'll be an interesting battle here. Hopefully we can take advantage. It's time to go racing here at the USA Grand Prix.
Of cars on track, easy into the first corner. It's going to be tight.
Indeed it is. Welcome to the grid for the United States Grand Prix. Race strategy wise, it's going to be pretty similar. We're going to actually try and do what we were planning to do in SRL. Go start on the ultras, get them as long as we can, and go straight onto the soft tyres here as we're about to set off there for the formation lap here at the US Grand Prix.
Our system checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of the lap.
Thank you, Jeff, as always. So, yeah, it was pretty quiet, actually, formation lap here, but
radar is clear. Weather is looking good for now.
Yep, we're under fine skies here, so you see these two championship contenders are going to be battling hard here, because they're obviously fighting for a championship. Ryan going for 3 championships.
The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
Ryan going for 3 in a row. Greek going for his first championship. So if these two tangle, we can take full advantage of this one. So here we go. We're all set for round 18 here at the United States Grand Prix. 5 red lights. Long hole, but let's do it around the Circuit of the Americas. And Greek straight away is going to cover the inside line to cover off Ryan there. We're going to go right around the long way around here, which was probably, I thought was a brave move, but not the right move, because we lose a couple of spots there to both Jared, Warden and Master Berserk there. So we're back down to we lost pretty much half that position. Good position there. Berserk runs very wide coming through the S section here. Here comes Fens on the soft tyres here, and we're still probably a little bit dirty at him here for what occurred during qualifying. So this battle's not over yet. We should have the inside line here, give him the space. Sort of be a bit respective race. We'll do squeeze him out there and just hang on to position 6 for now as we get close there to Master Berserk there, as has a little bit of a tail wag there coming out of turn 11 he does. So just following pretty much in the slipstream here. Look at everybody, pretty much following everybody's slipstream here, trying to get the best that they can.
Let's focus now for the rest of the race.
So Fence looks like he got a little bit close there. As Berserk had a little moment through there. It looks like Gamble, I think, is battling away with somebody there. But we're still hanging on to these guys at the moment. Obviously, I think one of a couple of guys who started on Ultra Softs, I think you probably would have seen it anyway. I think Gamble's probably the other one on Ultra Softs, but pretty much the majority are on Super Softs or Softs, as you can see. So they'll be going quite long in this race here. So just sort of playing the patient game here. Berserk runs a bit wide there, coming through the penultimate corner here. So slowly stalking the back here of Warden here. Doesn't seem to quite have got the tyres up to temperature just yet anyway. So looks like there's a bit of a battle going on ahead between, I think it's Greek and Jared. Those two have had their fair share of battles throughout this whole season, and it's still going on, I think, by the looks of things. Right in the foreground there, it's a bit hard to tell, but you just make it out there anyway. So now we're just sort of keeping behind here. Berserk again, and another moment through the S section here. I think that looks like Mercedes ahead of the Williams. Yes, it is. So that's going to help out Ryan quite a bit, because obviously the 3-point gap between Greek and Ryan at this rate, it'll be definitely a 7-point swing, 10-point swing, sorry. It'll be 7 points in favour of Ryan, but so we go on the inside there of Master Berserk there, so we get the move done, and now he's under attack here.
Brilliant.
From
Nice
Fence.
move.
It's sort of, I'm trying to keep these guys, fending off these guys, trying to hold off both Berserk and Fence, but worst thing is they've both got my slipstream here, so here we go up the inside. So we give Berserk a bit of room there and just managed to hang on for now, but the Fence has another look up the inside there, but no can do. Let's see what we can do here in these tight left-handers here. It's 15 and 16, but I think Berserk's just hanging on for now. Warden's just pulled away a little bit here, so he'll be probably chasing after Greek a little bit. We've cut up to lap 3 now. Probably doesn't quite have the pace compared to the lead group. Ryan is starting to pull out a gap out in front, excuse me. Again, we're just holding behind here, Master Berserk, as we run very deep there, going through turn 12 and nearly staying at the back of Berserk, and now trying to hold off Fence here. Just trying to squeeze him out a little bit there. Yes, we do. We cover the inside line straight away here as we just managed to avoid Berserk there, only just, but still holding off Fence here, much like Kansas City. See how long we can go on these old soft tyres and be in a decent position. I had to take that corner cut there. He was mucked it up big time there, especially. So here we go, some replays here for the start. So jump aboard here with V-Fence. He's obviously right behind my teammate. Goes for a big dive on the side of he and DLG Gamble. And he was actually the one that gave me the little tap there. I didn't realise. Other than actually just lost the back end, but apparently it was the complete opposite there. So see there, that's Master Berserk going very wide there, and obviously I ran wide a little bit, but I was not going to give up without a bit of a fight there. Tried to squeeze him out there a little bit, but no can do. So he runs very, very wide there. The Fence, I didn't realise at the time. But this is coming now into turn, that was earlier on, but we cut now to the lap 2 battle. They sort of gave Master Berserk a little bit of a touch there, as you can see. Sort of gets one, tries to hold obviously Fence, but you see I'm just trying to hold on both these guys at the moment. Fence running it out in 7th gear, prefers 7th over 8 on the back straight here, but still battling away. And obviously Fence is trying to hold off DLG Gamble, who's also, like I said, on soft tyres. You can see how close I got to the back end of Master Berserk there. That would have been a bit awkward on my point of view. So anyway, still holding up. As you see, I squeezed them off there. I went instantly straight to the inside line here, and obviously I think Fence tried a bit of a crisscross here, but didn't really quite work out there in the end. We'll have a look here. A bit of the split screen is back for this round as well. Got Neon Tridome on the left in the Red Bull and DLG Gamble in the McLaren on the right. So give you a little bit of different perspectives here. So obviously these two, I think, were pretty close to each other off the start. So see Neon just falling in behind Fence. Gamble tried going alongside Neon, which wasn't really going to work out at all. So you see Neil had a bird's eye view of this one. I think Gamble's got my teammate right behind him, so just playing the waiting brief here at the moment. So these two pretty close to each other, and obviously watching the battle that's going on in front here with myself and Fens. And obviously here goes Gamble up the inside here. Nearly actually tried to go at Fens as well, which was a little bit of brave move to get two in one go, but these two go side by side here onto the back straight. Neon's just got a little bit more advantage at the moment.
Not the start we were looking for, but it's
He's
not
going
over
to go
yet.
the inside
Stay
here. Fens got
focused.
right into the grass there. I think that was back on the lap 1 incident. But Gamble now gets the position on Neon. But is Neon going to fight back here? Might just be holding off my teammate and whoever else is behind. I completely forgot who else is behind there. So you can see Gamble here had a perfect bird's eye view of all this nearly 3 wide battling going on just a bit further up the road here. You can see just sort of playing the patient game here. He sort of gets a bit more better drive here and nearly had to go up the inside there of Fens, but he's played the long game here, obviously. He sent it up the inside here, obviously. No, he don't. Not quite close up there, but he's still trying to hold off Neon behind there anyway. But we'll cut a couple of laps further on. Oh, now it's a lap 5. There's yellow flag behind us. Prez is now out of the
Check
Grand
your
Prix.
MFD for a new strategy option.
Again, it's another race.
Copy that.
He's got a DNF, so not been a great few races for Prez, unfortunately. So now I'm going to go back to the split screen again because I'm sort of battling away with Mars Berserk trying to get past. But here comes Fens up the inside here. So this battle's still going on here. This has been going on for pretty much 5 odd laps. Just going side by side here, and again I've covered the inside line here. That was not intentional, trust me, going up the inside there making a move on Mars Berserk, but that really hurt me quite a bit. Now Fens I think's just got enough. I'll just try my absolute best to hold on for dear life here, but no, he's got it there and does a little bit of a cheeky there and goes off the road there. I hope he got a corner cut or a track extend warning for that one, but that was a little bit cheeky. Is a bit further back here. That was Neon letting HO go through for position 9 in this race, but it looks like HO sort of struggling a little bit here. Don't know what on earth's going on with HO at the moment here as it comes through turn 16. There's a little bit of a slide there from the other Red Bull as it comes through the right long flat right-hander here. Oh, that's a bit of a moment through there, and Neon gets that spot back. So back up into 9th position, I think that was, for Neon. But oh, Mars Berserk's gone, and again, I think he's crashed. But I don't think that actually took him fully out, but now he's actually retired from the Grand Prix again. So
Okay, clear.
that's another DNF, unfortunately, for Mars Berserk. It's not been the greatest of runs. I said last time it's not been great.
Virtual safety car deployed. Slow down and maintain a positive delta. Virtual safety car is deployed. Drop your speed. Our delta is too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
So obviously that brought out the virtual safety car in all of that. So I'll jump aboard a replay here as he sort of just lost the rear end there, I think, did Berserk. So it's really unfortunate there. So
VSC ending. We're going green. Maintain positive delta until the green flags.
yeah, the VSC was still going on. And for some unknown reason, you probably would have seen my delta time was actually still in the red, and yet I didn't get a penalty for that, which was very weird. But I mean, the virtual safety car had actually stayed out probably a little bit longer. I might have gone for a gamble and come in early, but anyway, now the safety car, the virtual safety car restart, that didn't really help me at all because Gamble got a much better run compared to me. But we do the crisscross at turn 1, and we try and get him back here, but he's got the inside line here going into the S section here. So now he'll probably start to pull away here, but obviously I wasn't going to give up without a fight because, like I mentioned before, he is also on the ultra soft tyres, so he'd be feeling the same tyre wear as me. So unless he's been burning up his tyres a bit more compared to me, but I've just sort of been playing the patient game a little bit here. So there's now HO's now left the session. Unfortunately, I think he's had a bit of a disconnect there, so a bit of a shame there for HO. Not been a great run for him either, but you see now still got the DRS here on lap 7, but the Gamble, the slipstream we got here. I didn't think about going up the inside here into turn 12, but was going to play cautiously. As now Neon has a look up the inside there, but no, not quite up there. So now I think we still hang on to the back of Gamble. It's probably going to be a long shot there, but the proximity arrow looked a little bit close there. Neon went a little bit wide there, but you see the tyre wear, it's getting close to the borderline and maybe getting to the end of, well, not to the end of that, well, pretty much to the end of their life, you could say. But you see, we're still hanging on to the back end of DLG Gamble. We have dropped away a bit from the guys in front. I think Fans has started to catch up to Warden in the Ferrari, but there's our first time penalty of the Grand Prix. That doesn't really help our cause here, but probably also...
We've been awarded a time penalty. We'll go against our finishing time at the end of the race.
That was probably not ideal as well, jumping up in the 6th gear straight away, but he's now up the inside here, got the split screen back again, but I think the goal here for both myself and Laggy is, I probably forgot to mention this at the start, but we wanted to have a decent result here, considering this is HAAS's home track here in the US of A, so we're going to do our absolute best to try and bring home a decent double points finish here. So there goes Neon up the inside here. I was going to put up a bit of a fight here, but I think I did say, as you can see, I lose the back end there. I think I said if I can't get back past Neon, then I'm probably going to pit this lap here. So you see here, I've sort of dropped away a little bit there. So I think at this point, yeah, I think it's just time to come into the pit lane and obviously get off these ultra soft tyres and get onto a fresh set of softs as we extend the track limit there. So let the teammate know that one as well. So Gamble's obviously continuing on for another lap on those ultra softs, so take it nice and slow down. Perfect. So now going to see, we assume we could take these soft tyres to the end of the race on lap 9. What have we got about? Not quite. Been under 19 laps to go on these soft tyres. We should be able to get them to the end of this race, but bonus here is we come out with a bit of fresh air here, which is the bonus. Ignore the HO's AOR cars been driven around, but you see that little blue dot there. I think that's Greek who's come in again. Now, I've lost track of how many times, because it definitely came in during the virtual safety car, but even I said it to Laggy, I was like, what on earth is he doing? He's, at this point, the couple of pits, we were just stunned pretty much, as his teammate now battling away with Warden. I'll get back to that in a second, but he's still going side by side into the slow corners here, 15 and 16. But Fans trying to get the crisscross and a bit of better drive there, but no, couldn't quite do it as we go into lap 9. There goes Warden, a bit deep there into turn 1. I think Fans might have a look here around the long way, but no, not quite, as Warden just hangs on for now. But how much longer can Warden hold off this pressure from the other Williams of defense? So he knows he's coming here, so he's got the DRS obviously and overtake ERS as well. He's going to go the long way here, because if he gets this right, he should have the right of line from the corner, the next corner here. Runs a little bit wide there, does Fans, but he marginally just got away with it. Warden will fight this, of course. No can do there, and I think Fence has now got this now. Yes, he does. So he's up now onto the podium. Not sure what the state is of penalties at this point in time, but yeah, like I was saying, I saw Greek obviously come in during the virtual safety car period, but during that next couple of laps, he sort of came in again, and obviously at the same time as my pit stop, he came in again. So both myself and Laggy, we were both puzzled as to like, what's going on? This is just going to cost Greek the championship lead, but maybe even possibly the championship, because this USA has been a place that could cost championships. You go back to obviously Benjamin Daly, Tim Amati back in season 1. This track really cost him back then. So yeah, it's certainly a track that can hurt a championship charge. But that was DLG Gamble. Obviously, you saw him come into the pits, get on a set of soft tyres, and obviously he's on very cold tyres, so I would say very cold tyres, I should say. Look at it, he's sliding everywhere. So this was probably my opportunity to try and get past Gamble as quickly as possible while he's still got cold tyres. If we don't get past him quickly, then we're in a little bit of bother here. So I'm just playing the patient game here, because I know I'll get the DRS onto the back straight here, as we got his point of view as well. Split screen again, so he knows that I'm coming with the DRS. And he has not got a DRS at all, so let's see what we can do here. We're going to have a look out the inside. We're going to send one down the inside the turn 12, run a little bit wide there. He goes around a long way there, so still going to go side by side here through turn 13. And see if we can do a bit of a crisscross here, but he takes the inside line there, and see if we can try and get a bit better drive out of here. He just manages to hang on for now, but yeah, I think this is probably the point where the tyres sort of get a bit warmed up now, and you can start to pull away there, but that was definitely not the plan, running wide at sort of the entry into the final corner update.
It's less than a second. They're on fresh soles. Their tyres are 1 lap old. The time last lap was a 1:56.4.
So obviously Gamble has not got a single penalty. That's pretty much the normal for him, really, as we get another warning there. I think obviously you got one warning, and I think sorry, one penalty I should say, but I think we're another warning away from getting another time penalty. As you saw, Greek set the fast lap of the race, so he's still got some pace. But it's going to be a long charge to get back to where he could get some decent points anyway. But here we go, side by side now with Gamble. This is probably the best shot I've got to get past him as quickly as I could. And of course, like I mentioned in probably the last race, we're still battling away in the Constructors' Championship. It's basically 2 against 1, really. Both obviously myself and Laggy up against Gamble and the McLarens. So pretty much as many points as we can take away from McLaren, more chance we have of getting past McLaren and getting a decent result in Constructors. But now we've finally got by DLG Gamble, so that's put us back up into P7. And obviously you saw in the graphic my teammate's now in pit lane, so he'll probably come out behind both of us. There he is. So we actually set a personal best on that lap as well with a 1:36.115.
Okay, good work, great pass.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff, even though the pass was made because the guy was in the pits. But anyway, where are we? I think it was, no, hang on, I'm going to get this right. I think it was a we get another 3-second time penalty actually, so a 1:36.716. But we'll cut to the next lap actually, because not a lot happened. So here comes Laggy, obviously on the inside, much fresher rubber, and of course he's on obviously much fresher soft tyres. Couple of laps difference, I think it is. Well, obviously I came in at the end of lap 8, so he's obviously come in at the end of lap 11. So 2, 3, 4 lap pressure tyres, I think, between myself and Laggy. And probably, yeah, about the same for Gamble. Update.
The gap to car in front is 16.8 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 12 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:37.8.
Obviously, Neon ahead has got 0 penalties as well, but of course, he's still yet to pit as we run very wide there coming through on turn 11. Then obviously, yeah, like I said, he's still yet to pit, and he'll probably put on a fresh set of super soft tyres, and he'll come blazing to the end of the race anyway. But you see lap 14, pretty much halfway through the Grand Prix now. Laggy's now starting to catch up to the back of me here, and probably not ideal situation here. So we don't really want to battle and lose spots to DLG Gamble, because like I said, we want to take points away from him and obviously McLaren in the Constructors, as Ryan now says last lap of the race. But sort of occurred to me there when the proximity area getting closer, I think Laggy had a bit more pace than me. So as we begin lap 15 here, I think at this point in time I said I wasn't going to hold him up here at all, just sort of playing it patiently. Left the door open, and there he goes up the inside there. No team, well, you can say no team orders at all really, but
okay, we've lost the position. That's us down the place.
There's no team orders there, just pretty much the strategy there, because I mean, we've got couple of laps fresh of rubber, so as we get our second time penalty right on cue, so let's see what Laggy can do. Hopefully he can sort of drag us along here and hopefully pull us away from DLG Gamble, and maybe even a flying Greek Master later on in the race. So as you can see, I wish some teams throughout this whole season would do that sort of thing, like have no team orders sort of thing. But anyway, that's just me. But You see now coming a lap later on lap 16. Tyre wear, it's fairly decent at the moment. I'm sort of out of the DRS range at the current stage to laggy, but that probably doesn't matter too much as Neon finally comes in and lap 16 on the 17. So he's obviously put on a fresh set of super soft tyres. We set another personal best that lap, what was it, a 36.349. So we've still got some fairly decent pace here on soft tyres, and I think we're
Nice move.
both.
Good job.
Yeah, thank you, Jeff. Even though Neon again was in the pits. Update.
Our gap behind is 0.8 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 7 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:36.8.
So that was obviously a gamble. With still 0 penalties in this race, but we are still starting to pull away here.
Okay, update on the car for you. Tyres are looking very nice. Shouldn't have to worry about the wear too much right now.
Yeah, obviously I wasn't really pushing the tyres too much in this stage because, like I said, I wanted to get to the end of the race anyway. But jump aboard here with Neon Trino and DLG Gambles. Neon sends it up the inside there into turn 1, and he's going to get the move done. Very nice move there from Neon Trino, but sort of that was a good pass, but it sort of doesn't bode well for me as we set another personal best on the end of lap 18 there, the 36.128, and you see sort of on the back end here of Laggy, sort of started to drift away a little bit away with pace. But what the bonus here is that with all obviously Laggy in front here, is sort of helping me sort of keep in front of Neon Trino and helping sort of keeping pulling away from him, you could say. But again, lap 20 now, becoming obviously complete obvious that Neon's quite quicker than me. Obviously has set the fast lap of the race. I think that's still with Greeks. So let's begin now on lap 21. We did hold him off for quite a while. We're still setting personal best, even with fairly worn rubber at this stage. So I mean, not too bad at this stage. So running a little bit wide there into turn 1, but yeah, nothing too silly at the moment. Just sort of, like I said, still holding on to the back end here of Laggy's. We get another time penalty, which doesn't help my cause at all. I'm not sure what the state is with Laggy with penalties at this stage. We know Neon behind probably doesn't have a lot of penalties, but you know he was probably going to be coming for me straight away here, because we can jump aboard here with both our point of views here. As he's getting really close here. Is he going to do another dive bomb? Yes, he is. Big dive bomb. Sends up the inside and just, I think, he's going to get away with it. We try and do a bit of keep fighting with him here. We literally do side by side here. Well, this is not the right line to be, literally, because they're going a bit deep, and he does the crisscross beautifully there. Around the outside here, we just give him enough room. Just gave him a little tap there. Only just gave him enough room, and yeah, there he goes, right in front of me. So, yeah, I mean, I did my absolute best in holding him up as best I could for the teammate ahead, but obviously he's just got a bit too much pace than me. But not done with yet. Just trying to hit his slipstream there. But no can do there. I think it's in a losing cause right now. So basically, when he put that video up there on, I think it was his social media update.
The car behind is 3.8 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 12 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:36.8.
Again, Gamble just falling away, literally. Update ahead.
Our gap to the car in front is 1.2 seconds. They're building a lead of 0.6 per lap. They're on old super softs. Their tyres are 5 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:37.1. They have a time penalty of 6.0.
Okay, so that's critical, because obviously he's got 6 seconds worth of time penalties. Obviously I've got one more extra than him, but it was pretty much the video that he sent of the dive bomb he did on me was pretty much just got to lick the stamp and send it. Pretty much Daniel Ricciardo isn't, I think, that one. So yeah, I mean, fair play to him. That was a fairly decent move. But you saw obviously the graphic on my screen that Greek has actually got past DLG Gamble. There's Gamble again. It's just got no pace at all from the looks of things. And there goes Greek up the inside. Because I think Greek's probably about the same tyre wear as, well, I assume he is about the same as me. he goes to pit into the same lap as me. So anyway, Gamble tried fighting with him a little bit. I think it's a bit of a losing cause there, but update now.
The gap behind us is 3.9 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 15 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 35.8. They have a time penalty of 3.0.
Okay, so that doesn't quite bode well for me at this moment, because obviously Greek's got 3 seconds worth of time penalties, and with the pace that he's got, it's quite blistering, literally. Tyre wear's pretty decent at the moment there, but
we have 5 laps of fuel
with
remaining.
the pace that he's got, we noticed that another personal best a lap at the end of lap 25, but you can see that gap on the top left. It'll get smaller and smaller, trust me. We go dive into the 35s, the 35.994. This was a bit further up the road here on lap 27, and probably Neon be thanking his lucky stars that he didn't have the DRS stuck open.
Okay, the gap behind is 1.3 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 19 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:35.8. They have a time penalty of 3.0. Gap to car in front is 3.1 seconds.
I was just keeping in constant updates with Jeff what was going on. You see the pressure was starting to build on me, because I knew Greek was coming, and coming like a rocket.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Literally, I've just got to try my best.
Final lap of the race.
Another update.
The gap to the car ahead is 3.3 seconds. You're losing around 3/10 a lap. They're on old super softs. Their tyres are 11 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 35.8. They have a time penalty of 6.0.
It's probably going to be a long shot now of catching Neon in front there, but now the battle is just trying to keep ahead of Greek, and the pace that Greek's got, it's just blistering. The gap was pretty much under a second. This is when I started to feel the pressure, because I knew more points he gets is the more points he'll take away from New Zealand Ryan. But
green flag.
you see there, I was sort of thanking my lucky stars. His yellow flag's behind. I think it's because Greek has actually had a moment. For some unknown reason, he's had a moment, because now the pressure sort of got off me a little bit, as Fens has actually had a moment coming around the final corner, nearly bottled that position anyway. So thankfully had a big margin over Warden in the end. But we'll jump aboard here with DLG Gamble. But what's going on here with Greek? He's really struggling. I think he's got a left rear a puncture. He's got a puncture. I think he's pushed those tyres literally to its limit. Unlike me, like I said, we're pretty much on the same strategy, but thankfully I've managed to get my tyres to the end of the race. But I'm going to come across the line and get P7 in this race, and with my teammate in a P6. I think that's a pretty decent result all round for HAAS here at the home circuit here in the United States. I think that's actually Laggy's best result of the season today. We'll find out a bit later on, but you see there, I was just waiting to see what was going on with Greek, what had happened to him at the end. And you see that left rear. I didn't actually notice it to start with, but you see that left rear, and it's just got a punch. That obviously got the puncher in the end, but yeah, I was sort of thanking my lucky stars in the end, because when you think about it, that's definitely going to change in the points table, because obviously Ryan went on to win this race over DRC Jarrett and Fens. Obviously, that's your first, second, and third in this race. So we saw Greek in the race. It's definitely going to lose in points. I think we may have a new championship leader after this one. We'll wait and see, but there's the results. So Ryan, Jarrett, Fens, 1, 2, 3. Warden, fourth. And I quickly, literally went straight away into what on earth was going on. So I had to check I checked Greek's times for the moment, but then I went through the incidents there, and you'll be able to see in a second what actually happened. So he actually sped under this virtual safety car, got the drive-through, ignoring yellow flags, got the stop-go. So that might explain a couple of times why he came into the pit lane. So, yeah, that is big in the championship, considering where he finished in P9 and where his championship rival is. And like I said, it's really flipped around, because what was a 3-point advantage to Greek is now a 20-point advantage to New Zealand Ryan, which is really going to help out. Jared is still mathematically in the hunt, 62 points, but probably a long shot. Fens is definitely out of it now. And you can see now we've now jumped into the top 10 in P9, ahead of Drop Bear. And with obviously, Master Berserk's had 16 Fs in a row, and we're only 7 points behind Master Berserk, so not ruling out P8 at this stage if he still has the DNFs. At the constructors-wise, Williams has an 82-point advantage over Ferrari. I don't think the Constructors' Championship is quite wrapped up yet, but I think possibly, I don't know the exact sums, but you'd probably have to work that out for yourselves. But I think Mexico, possibly they could wrap it up very shortly. But we took another step forward in gaining points. We're only 9 points away from McLaren in still P7, obviously. So at this rate, if we don't gain any more points, we'll finish up in probably P7. But we still want to take some points away, especially only 3 races to go. So Ryan is pretty much in the box seat at the moment to get his 3rd championship. Really doubtful that he can get it wrapped up in Mexico. Best scenario is you could probably get it finished in Brazil, but we'll have to wait and see. But if you did enjoy it, be sure to give it a big smash on that like button. As always, leave your comments down below. Subscribe to my channel for plenty more AOR Oceania content on F1 2018, plus plenty more video gaming content as well. All my social media links will be down in the description, plus the website for the AOR, for the website, for the forums, and of course the YouTube channel. You go check it out, of course. But keep an eye out, because it's definitely going to be an interesting last 3 rounds in this championship. So until the next time, which will be the Mexican Grand Prix, it is goodbye, and I'll see you all next time.